Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the new WILLOW album, The Thread. I think most people know who WILLOW is at this point. I mean, her dad is one of the most famous people on the planet. But just in case, Willow Smith is the daughter of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. So yeah, she is a Nepo baby, but unlike her brother, I think she actually makes good music. She released her first single when she was still a child back in like 2010. It was that annoying Whip My Hair song that I think even she hates. And 5 years later, in 2015, she released her first album, Ardipithecus. I probably completely butchered that. I have no idea how it's pronounced. And to my surprise, this was actually a really good album. I think it's been her best to date, although this most recent album is definitely a contender. This new album is her 9th album, and it's actually the second one she's released this year. She released an album called Petal Rock Black back in February, but I like this one a lot more. The cover art for this album is pretty minimalist, but actually kind of cool. It's a black background with purple writing, and the cool thing is the album title is stylized to look like cuneiform writing, and each song title is written in that same cuneiform style in a circle around the title. If you're not a history buff like I am, cuneiform writing is the writing system that was used in ancient Mesopotamia, and it was developed around the same time as ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. But enough of that, this is a music channel, not a history channel. It's kind of a short album with 10 tracks at about 36 minutes long, but it has so much to offer that it really feels like you're getting more than just half an hour of music. Does that make sense? Like, it feels longer than 30 minutes or 36 minutes, however long it is. It feels longer than that, but in a good way. It's not like dragging on because it's terrible and I'm just waiting for it to end. It's like the opposite of that. Does that make sense? Anyway, the opening track, She's My Religion, is a soothing and relaxing track that really sets the stage for the rest of the album, as each song has a chilled out, mellow vibe to it. It has a natural sound to it, probably from the acoustic guitar and the drumming style, both of which Willow is actually credited for. And she does have breathy vocals, which I know has sort of become a trend in pop music this decade, but it really does fit the instrumentation quite well. And the second half of the song has this ethereal vocalizing that I just love. Next is the title track, The Thread. It has these little vocal snippets that are part of the instrumentals that sound almost angelic. It has a welling, epic chorus that's very ornate. It's pretty dynamic as the chorus gets loud and booming compared to the softer, quieter verses. And there's this incredible bridge near the end of the track where she sings in this like choppy melody that's just really catchy. Next is the track Unconditional. This track is vibrant but delicate as all the notes feel very soft. And whereas there were ethereal vocals in parts of the previous track, this entire song is very ethereal. There's this like Spanish style guitar phrase that we hear in the chorus that creates a sliding sound that is so satisfying. Next is the track Talk on the Hill, and this is definitely one of my favorite tracks on the album. It opens with some almost haunting sounding vocalizing and tropical instrumentation. And once that intro resolves, the instrumentals break out into this full-blown jam that's fairly groovy. There's a little bridge near the end of the song as well with these vocals that sound like she's very far away from the mic, but the vocals are really intoxicating. Next is the track Hell to Pay, and I might like this track even more than the previous one. It has a hypnotic melody that instantly draws you in. There's a beat change, I guess you could call it, that feels very dramatic and intense. And when this switch happens, the track goes from having acoustic guitar-driven instrumentals to synth-driven instrumentals, and this makes for a nice contrast between the two sounds. Next is Shrink to Fantasy, a slow track that incorporates elements of R&B. The lush synths and piano make it feel soft and dreamy, and it's just an ambient and serene track with a gentle feel to it. Next is Crush on Eternity. This track is atmospheric with a flowing melody. It has velvety and weightless vocals that make you feel like you're floating on a cloud. It's an overall breezy and wistful track, and it's like borderline psychedelic. Next is the track Tall Baby. This track has a chill, early 2000s sounding guitar riff before the song slows way down, introducing the piano and more grand instrumentation. At the end of the choruses, she does that vocal effect again where it sounds like she's far away from the mic, followed by these turbulent, spirited instrumentals joining in. And it's a very dynamic track overall. And next we have the second to last track, The Present Moment. This track opens with the chorus where she sings in that choppy melody again that's very hypnotic and catchy. It has a calming acoustic guitar that makes me feel like I'm at a beach, and her high and gentle singing on this track feel very light and dreamy. And moving on to the final track, we have Bone Collector. This track has haunting vocals and a synth that's acting as the bass and is very fast-paced. Then the drums enter a little bit later, and they're a nice contrast to the synth as they're played at a much slower tempo. And she delivers some fluttery vocals throughout the track that remind me of birds singing, and it sounds amazing. Overall, it's a very soothing album with dreamlike soundscapes and almost borders on like a tropical sound at times. It really makes for a great summer album. It has warm and natural instrumentation with ethereal and angelic vocals. It feels very spiritual and almost devotional, which is greatly supported by the natural sound of the album. And it gives me a sense of togetherness, as if it wants to bring people together, and it's almost like it was meant to be listened in groups. It's like this album is meant to be enjoyed as a shared experience, almost. But those are my thoughts on the album. I highly recommend it. It's definitely one of the better pop albums of this year. But that's all I've got for you this time. Thanks for sticking around till the end. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.